Alright guys, let's quickly go through euros and pounds now. Nothing a lot to discuss here because we've gone through euros with all the other currencies. We've gone through pounds with all the other currencies, but quickly, let's just go through them. So, euro US dollar, as we have discussed, um, it is a new buyer, but for me to be able to buy, I would want to see the prices to come down into these areas, do a bit of rollover, and then go higher. If not, just turn around completely if dollar is to get strong. Euro CAD, again, as discussed, needs to go through this to pull back and then go higher. Euro Swiss franc needs to test hereabouts to go higher. And euro yen, of course, my beloved euro yen from last week. Still sell biased on this, but could take some time as when the seller tried to sell it from in here, just bought all the way up to there. Uh, could roam around a little bit to go lower. If it has to go higher, we'll see what the price action offers. Euro New Zealand, again, as discussed, it's testing hereabouts. Let me just move it a little to the side. Testing hereabouts and should go higher all the way to here, if not higher. Euro Aussie, same thing. Is testing this area. If it is to sell, it's going to go through this to go lower. So far, it looks like it's going to go higher, at least to here, if not higher. And then Euro is pretty much weak against pound. But I'm not very interested in euro pound together to trade them, just as I'm not interested in trading Aussie CAD, Kiwi CAD, or Aussie Kiwi together. Uh, Looks like euro will be strong next week, but as of right now, there's some sort of mixed sentiment with euros. Same's the case with pounds. Because the price is so high up here, it could pull back into hereabouts to go higher, could just completely reverse because of what we discussed in the pound dollar that we discussed with dollars, right? Because of all of this mess, as people would have been selling, uh, you know, ripped a new one and could continue to go down. Who knows? At this point in time, not really sure. Pound Kiwi looks like it should test hereabouts to go higher than this and then pull back to go higher. Pound yen, because we're still inside this buyer, cannot look to sell. Still inside the buyer's playground. We'll see how the price reacts as the market opens on Monday. Pound Swiss franc, as discussed in Swiss franc, should test hereabouts to go higher. Uh, Pound CAD has made a new playground for the buyer, so tests into here to go higher. Pound Aussie, just like Euro Aussies, testing hereabouts should go higher to all the way here, if not higher. And then Euro Pound. Never really interested in Euro Pound, but if you are to sell it because it looks like that Euro is weaker than Pound, you should wait for the price to break through and then go lower. So this shouldn't have been a long video as it is not, because we've discussed euros and we've just discussed pounds with all the other currencies in the previous videos. Uh, the outlook for the next week, I'm not really interested in anything as I was interested in yens the last week. At this point in time, I'm not super interested, super focused on one currency, but we have quite a bit of news next week. So we'll have to see how the price unfolds as the market opens, and we'll take it from there. I mean, I'm not, of course, there is a little bit of a bias at the moment. I do want to see some sort of strength on dollar, even though it would be, even if it is a pullback. Not even though, even if it is a pullback, because we can't say though we're not never sure what the prices are going to do. Even if it is a pullback, I would want to see some sort of strength in dollar because it's really weak at the moment. Quickly, let's just go through gold. So here's a funny story, right? When the prices were hereabouts, let's say not even hereabouts, the prices were around 2140. When the prices were around 2140, so there's this guy who on and off calls me to get in business with me, some consultancy, tells people to buy gold or sell gold, signals and stuff, marketing shit. So this guy called me, and as soon as I picked up the phone, he's like, after greeting and introducing himself, he's like, there's a wonderful opportunity coming up on gold. Uh, you should sell gold. So high up in the sky, you should sell gold. And so was every single person I know, and a lot of other people were looking to get in on the sell side on gold. And I told him straight away that it's because for the first 3 days or 2 days of the week, what dollar had done, I told him, please do not call people and tell them to sell gold. It's not going to sell. It's going for a new high. It is going for a new high. It did go for all-time highs, and it does look like it's not going to turn anytime soon, because it's a brand new buyer on monthly time frame, on even a yearly time frame. So it could start to pull back. It could hold here for a little while, maybe a month or two between in this area, but then it's also bound to go higher. At the moment, this is what it looks like. So towards the end of the video, what I want to tell you guys is that whatever I'm telling you here right now with the analysis, of course, it's not set in stone that it is going to happen. So what we try to do is look for things that have happened, that I've seen happen over and over and over and over again in the markets for the past 5 or 6 years. And it's the same things that you need to trade for the rest of your life, trust me, because this is what has been happening for the past 100 years or more. It is going to continue to happen for the next 100 years. The reason why is because trading as a business, it works based on human psychology. There are no algos, there are no EAs. So off late, a lot of mentors, a lot of podcasters, a lot of YouTubers, TikTokers, whatever, they are of the idea that trading has shifted to algos. That is never going to happen. Online trading, or even if it is offline trading, I mean, it doesn't matter what you're trading. You're trading cars, you're trading gold, physically, you're trading oil, physically, you're trading clothes, you're trading crockery, you're trading utensils, whatever you're trading. It all comes down to buy high, buy low and sell high. The basic human psychology of you know a discount or a higher price. So what happens with the market? So the thing that I emphasize on a lot is the introduction of buyers or sellers into a buyer or seller's market, right? If you're in a buyer's market, you want to see the introduction of sellers into the market. And if you're in a seller's market, you will want to see the introduction of buyers into the market. That is how the bigger players, the bigger people, I'm referring to them as people because they're all human beings. That is what you have to keep in your mind. On the other end, against you, there's a bet coming from another human being, another entity based on human psychology. He's either going to take your money or you're going to take his money. That is how the industry works. Of course, on the bigger scale, there are hedge funds and banks and, blah, blah, blah. Uh, but they're also human beings who are trading with a lot of money that have the potential and power to move the market. So if you're inclined towards that the trading has been shifted to algorithm trading and stuff like that, there's manipulation, blah blah blah, that is not the case. That will never be the case, because buying and selling, it will always be based on human psychology of a lot of things, basically, fear of missing out, being wrong, being revengeful, being emotional. But as long as economies are going to be traded, they are going to be traded based on human psychology. We will do a detailed video on it one day or the other. I'm not sure when, but that is what I wanted to convey to you guys. Anyway, this is the weekly outlook of what the currencies look like for the rest of the week. Not a lot of prospect on any specific currency at the moment, but we have quite a bit of news coming during the week, so we'll see how the price unfolds as the market opens and as the news releases. Anyway, uh, be disciplined, be careful, have a happy and wonderful rest of the Sunday. Cheers, guys. See you tomorrow.